Hey, so I just finished watching another round, or as it's called, and it's excuse me, let me think for a second. Oh gosh, they said where this movie was made in the movie like a million times. Why can't I remember where it was made? It's not Sweden. I want to say it begins with a D. Whatever, who cares? Well, a lot of people care, but you know what I mean. I'm not gonna make this a billion hours long with me just trying to think of where this movie was made. But, like, in its original title, without it being translated, it was Druk. Uh, the American translation was Another Round, or the American title, or whatever. Anyways, there's another collaboration from the main lead and director the main lead star and director of the 2013 film The Hunt, uh not to be confused with the film of the same name that came out either I think last year during the pandemic, not the political one where it's like a battle royale and they're like lol politics. No, it's not that one. It was a foreign language. I believe it was also a foreign language film that came out in like 2013ish. That also starred Mads Mikkelsen and was from the same director. That movie was phenomenal. I think I gave that movie a 10. This one, I give it at least an 8. I might give it more than 8 out of 10. I'm not sure. I feel like I'd want to rewatch it before I evaluate it. It was definitely at its strongest in the third act, and especially at its ending. Mads Mikkelsen again gives a very strong performance here. Uh, the overall story and acting were very well done here. Uh, at first, I thought it was a little too workmanlike and just kind of average through the first two thirds, but I still really liked it because it had strong direction and was still interesting and it was very charming. Its characters and the people that played them too. But it didn't really get into like the really interesting parts until late into the story. So like it was rewarding for those that held on. Uh, so yeah, I was really glad that I watched this one finally. But it's still not as good as The Hunt because The Hunt was completely devastating. And while this one did have a couple emotional moments towards the end, it was nowhere near as like I was like totally destroyed by that movie, and that movie was phenomenal. I have to absolutely recommend that movie. That movie got so slept on. That movie's such a hidden gem. I never heard anyone talk about that movie. I just stumbled onto it one day, and I was like, "How do more people not talk about that movie?" This movie's gotten awards attention though. I think it's gonna win the foreign language Oscar since Minari is not put in the same category as it. So yeah, that's cool. I hadn't seen Minari yet, but based on the selection of Best Picture nominees, I'm guessing that's the one I'm gonna root for Best Picture, even though I hadn't seen some of the nominees yet, because I'm waiting for them to come out, and I can't watch it until it like comes out physically, which is frustrating. So I can't like for sure say which one. It'll probably come down to me voting for that one or voting for Promising Young Woman. But I don't know. There's just something about Promising Young Woman that I agree with some other people that doesn't quite stick right with me. I don't know. It just matters to me how they handle the material. If it's handled right, I'm sure I'll love it. Even if they don't handle it right, I'm sure it'll still be great anyways. But like there's definitely good stuff there from the trailers that I've seen. But Minari, I've heard, is overall great. But then again, I heard Nomadland was great too, and that movie sucked.